Looks beautiful, doesn't it? This is quite a typical scene in parts of the Sherwood Forest area. Stands of this heather, which is now coming into flower. Another week and it'll probably be at its best. However, there's something missing from this particular scene. It's the almost complete lack of pollinators that I would normally expect this heather to be holding plenty of. There are only a handful of bumblebees and barely any more honeybees than a handful, even though there's a honeybee nest not 100 yards away from where I'm sat here in the centre tree. It's very strange. Normally there would be hundreds of flies as well, but this is all a result of the extremely dry weather yet again. It's had a tremendous effect on everything. But I really shouldn't be surprised at the lack of bumblebees in particular, because when I last visited here about probably a month ago now, all the knapweed that was up the side of the path was full of drone bumblebees. They were here by the 100. Drone bumblebees signifies the end of the colony, and bumblebee colonies, in my opinion, are starting earlier and earlier in the year and finishing consequently earlier in the year. There is a trend now for bumblebees to start new colonies, or indeed second colonies, in the autumn, and workers are now quite a common sight, especially in the southwest of the UK, nectaring at overwintering plants. They've even now started to be noted in Nottinghamshire. In fact, this year I think I saw my first ever records of bumblebees during what I would call the winter months. I think it was January when I saw a couple. But there's been a bit of correspondence, shall I say, about the lack of bumblebees on both Facebook and I think in the national press recently. But that lack of bumblebees, or apparent lack of bumblebees, is part of a natural thing. You wouldn't get many bumblebees once you get past sort of July. And indeed, the commonest species that normally occur and will occur in gardens right through the autumn is Bombus pascuorum, which is the brown bumblebee. That always appears later in the spring than all other species of bumblebees locally, and the workers and the colonies remain active far longer than the likes of Bombus terrestris, which is the buff-tailed bumblebee. So it's no real surprise, or it shouldn't be a real surprise, if you're seeing very few bumblebees around at the moment. Although this year, the glorious hot and very sunny weather we've had has certainly had an impact.